In today's episode of Value in My Toy Collection, we're going to value some Goonies toys, some Karate Kid toys, and a lot of other fun toys. So stay tuned until the end of the video and you can see how much everything is worth with that big grand total. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. So let's jump right in and see what everything's worth. We have these metal Goonie pins worth $16. And then we have the individual Goonie figures. This one is Data. He's worth $26. And then this one is Mouth. He's worth $30. These were made in the 2000s. These weren't from the 80s. These are like retro toys they remade. This one is Mikey, and he's worth about $22. Then we have Chunk. He's worth $27. I love the Goonies. I could watch that probably once every 3 months. And then Sloth, he's worth $32. And then we have the Goonies game. It's worth $32. And some miscellaneous stuff. We have an Apollo 13 doll worth $30. I got that at the flea market for $20. I remember getting that. I have this Avatar set. It's worth about $17. I have this little Chinese doll. It's a little soccer player, but I thought it was kind of cool. Worth about $6. Got a real 80s vibe to it. I just picked it up. Have this little soldier set in the truck. They're little green men, I think, but they're really blue. So they're worth about $20. And we have this Lone Ranger little mini lunch box. It's worth about $12. We have a random Paw Patrol figure. He's worth $4. And then we have this little ninja mouse. He's worth $20. You put batteries in him, and I think it plays Kung Fu Fighting, and he twirls the nunchucks. Have a little golden book of Goonies. That's worth $5. Some old VHS tapes. The one with the dark case is worth about $8. And then the one with the golden case must be the original because it's worth $15. See what else we have here. Have this little U.S. Navy SEAL set. It's worth $20. And then we have this Goonies pack with Sloth and Chunk worth $125. Some other stuff we have. They have this little big-headed army man worth $6. Have a Stuart Little Happy Meal toy worth $10. Have these little army figures. These are worth $5 each, and we have 2 of these. And we have the Stuart Little remote control car worth $37. This I didn't even know I had. It's called Rampage the movie. It's worth $125. That was a big surprise. We have the Big Jim set from the 70s, the tent set. And the tent set is worth about $26. And then from 1971, we have the Big Jim Rescue Rig, and it's worth about $45. Seems like it'd be worth more than that. It's pretty cool. And then we have the G.I. Joe Cobra set, and it's worth $35. Then we have some small soldiers that fight each other with these little battle sticks, and they're worth $35. Kind of hard to do one-handed. All right, then we have some just army dolls here. They're worth at least $5 each, so that's $15 more we can add to our total. Then I had one of these as a kid. It's a 1980s black Bronco from Tonka, and it's worth about $50. I'm going to put some of the Army soldiers in that. Have this, I think this is Kurt Russell. It's Big Trouble in Little China, and it's worth $22. And then these are pretty large Army men, and the whole set's probably worth about $12. And then I've got this tote full of vintage G.I. Joe gear, like guns and rafts and life jackets and little pouches and stuff. So I'm just going to say it's worth about $30 for all of it, but I think it's worth a lot more than that if I priced it all out individually. But just to make it easy for the video, I'm going to say $30. Then from 2022, we have this Baroness G.I. Joe figure. She's worth about $13. And then we have this 2022 Destro G.I. Joe figure, and he's worth about $13. Have this vintage red Bronco, and it's worth about $50. We have this U.S. Army Desert Forces playset worth about $22. And then we have this U.S. Army Wreck and Rescue set that's worth about $15. Have this little vintage inflatable army tent. It's worth about $8 still in the package. I paid $2 for that at a thrift store. And then we have this cool Tonka Jeep. It's worth $45. Tonka toys are worth a lot from the 70s and 80s. And then we have this cool doll Sons of Anarchy. It's worth about $20. And then we had a couple loose Army dolls that I had in the Bronco, and they're worth about $5 each. And then we have some Karate Kid items. This one is the 1984 Karate Kid Tournament worth $85. And then we have the whole set of the retro action figures. And we start with Mr. Miyagi. He's worth $37. And then Allie Mills is worth $35. John Kreese is $23. Johnny Lawrence is $22. Daniel Russo in the blue shirt is $22. And then Daniel LaRusso in the white outfit is worth $22. And then we have this really cool Big Jim sports camper. It still has the box, it has the boat, it has all the accessories. It's pretty cool. I pulled it out of the box just to see everything. And it's worth $125, and the Big Jim doll's worth $30. And then just some random stuff. I have this telephone pedestal. It's worth $100. We're taking to the toy museum. And these little Sesame Street homemade frames that are worth $6 each. Well, with our 340 previous videos of value in my toy collection, our collection was worth $856,944. And then when we add this video of all of our Goonies and Big Jim and Karate Kid toys, we can add another $1,706 to our grand total. So that means for episode 341 of Value in My Toy Collection, our collection is now worth $858,650. And I've still got a lot of videos to make. I'm going to see if my collection is worth $1 million or not. I'm so excited. But just remember, I'm not a millionaire. I've just been collecting toys all my life, going to thrift stores, flea markets, garage sales, toy stores, and looking online. And it's just accumulated to this big old total. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. I like to see what I have and what it's actually worth because it's just been on shelves for years. And I'm also putting all these toys online on our Facebook page, and it's called The Toy Vault of Mississippi. So until our next video, we will see you then.